Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Owl House Season 1 Episode 15, Understanding Willow, and also today I did Episode 14, Really Small Problems, so I did want to get Episode 15, Understanding Willow done today, so that tomorrow I'll get Enchanting Gromfright and Wing Like Witches done tomorrow. So Monday can be the episode 18, Agony of a Witch, and episode 19, the season finale, Young Blood, Old Souls. I'll do that Monday. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna do that Monday. So I can finally get caught up. I mean, I am caught up, but by YouTube, I'll get caught up. But okay. So we start with Understanding Willow. In the episode, it's at school, and it's Basha and Amity are by the lockers, and basically Basha's trying to choose which nails she wants to do, oh, maybe we should do fire, or maybe the tentacles. Oh no, it's too wiggly. How about talents? Oh, I can do a talent day, rar. I don't know. She's crazy. Um, I wish Bosch is a bully, but I wish she can smile more. She smiled probably once in the whole season, probably. She looks so nice. Could you just smile more? I don't know. I like her design. Also, I think she's cute. But anyway, Bosch just stops what she's doing because Scar comes in, and oh, that's her name. I could finally say it because I made a whoopsie when I said Scar's name by accident. I said forget about it, but that's the mystery girl who was talking about. That's in the Bard track. That because she reveals her name with a butterfly. It is her 15th birthday party, and her name's Scar. So hooray! I can finally start saying it, so it doesn't have to be a secret anymore. Finally, because I was getting irritating. But no one was making me do that. I was doing it by my own merits, but whatever. Anyway, Scar's the invite only, but you witches are my VIPs. Okay. And Luce and Willow are having a thumb war, so I guess Luce is spreading more of her human culture. Oh, okay. And then Basha, he's it's weird that they let a human go here now, but she already dashed her social life. Anyone who hangs out with Willow is an automatic freak or loser. So that's actually kind of a interesting perspective that Basha put there. On people always say, oh, she's just a bully, but I kind of put into a perspective where she says that it's weird that she goes here now, but because she's hanging out with Willow, her social life is down the toilet. But if she wasn't hanging out with Willow, would Basha give her a chance? I'm thinking, I don't know. The wording she put in it sounds kind of interesting. I don't know. That's how I saw it. But anyway, the butterfly that Scara gave to Basha, that's the invitation, which is a real life butterfly, which I think is adorable, and they're red and pretty cute. The butterfly starts molting and says, oh, Scar, it's molting. Give me a new one. She throws it on the floor. And kids start fighting over it because, oh my god, an invitation to Scar's party. So I'm assuming her parents are loaded or really rich. And then my first complaint in the episode where the teachers are oh, kid fight. You want to see kids fight? I mean, I understand if you're at the sports tournament, or two witches having a witches duel, you want to say, hey, I root for this person. That makes sense. But these are two kids that are in the baby class, I'm assuming, because remember the baby class, but Luce doesn't want to be in the baby class. Remember that? So these are basically babies, and they're fighting over an invitation. But break them up, please. Nope, they just want to see kids fight. Anyway, 95 right now. And basically, Luce and Willow are basically talking about what's called film or photo class or whatever. He said, I can't wait for that because I'm gonna see some baby Willow. And he's like, I had to admit, I was adorable. And Bosch is obviously, you're making fun of her. Like, oh, look at my glasses. And Luce is like, don't listen to her. She's probably not even talking about you. And Scarlett's like, oh, that's a good impression of Willow Basha. And Willow, gets pretty sad, and Basha stops irritating. And actually, in that like moment where Scar's talking to Amity, Basha has a nice smile on her face. Why can't she smile more? Whatever. But anyway, Scar actually makes a good point where it's like, hey Amity, weren't you friends with Willow? And both Basha and Scar like kind of scared, like, oh, where were you? And she's like no, like Blight's only associated with the select few. Keep bothering me, and I will select fewer. And so basically threatening her, I won't be your friend anymore. Oh, jeez. And, Scar's like, oh, I assumed you guys were friends. Like, I thought you were. And, Will gets, really sad. And it's, film class time. And, they have these, magical tweezers that's pulling the memories out. And they need it to develop. And, the teacher comes in and says, like, hey, like, don't touch the memories, because if you damage the photo, you actually damage the actual memory as well. Be extremely careful. And she goes away and it's like, hey, look at that. Hey, like, you had a bad hair day too. I knew we would be friends. And she had a crazy photo of her. And, she has a photo of her of her parents and her two dads. So, okay, that's sweet. And, there's another one, like, milking the spider cow thing. Remember when Luce had to milk the spider cow from the mid-season finale, and Willow said the impossible trials. It reminded me of that. Willow, why did you have to say anything? But whatever, she ruined it. Anyway, so she's doing that because it's it's a callback to when kids go to like feed the sheep like at the petting and pet the sheep at the petting zoo. So because like their petting zoo, I guess. And it's like their version of Christmas, and Willow's opening like a present. That's really sweet, and Willow was really cute, and she always had glasses. And then there's one, and I can't show any clips until we get to this right here. But what was it? Willow is hugging like Amity, and they're both very happy, and there's like a present. So someone's birthday. And, Willow's like, ugh. And Luce is like, hey, like, look, I know there's, like, a lot of stuff going on. But don't you want to talk about it? And Willow's like, no, I'd rather do this. And she turned around the photo. And so that's my motto. Out of sight, out of mind. And I'm like, Willow, from my perspective, I was like, Willow, that's really unhealthy. Just to not deal with this type of stuff, not talk to people about it. But, it's confirmed that she's 14. She is a 14-year-old girl. She is still learning this stuff. And, hopefully she'll learn that she does need to talk to someone about this. Maybe her parents. So maybe Luce. Maybe when Luce becomes more mature and responsible. Maybe even Ida to an extent. Kind of like a surrogate mother to her or something. I don't know. Or possibly even by a unknown miracle of Basha when she turns things around, and maybe Basha has a similar experience to Willow of losing a friend. Maybe I don't know. I'm just speculating. But anyway, she's out of sight, out of mind, which is really nope. And so basically, and Lucy's like if you don't tell me like what's wrong and what happened, I can't cock up a scheme to help you guys. And Lucy's like, Luce, I really appreciate it. And Willow really tells Luce, straight in her face, please don't help me. No plots, no ruses, no schemes, no tomfoolery, none. And and Luce like looks at the photo and she turns around like, oh, she didn't say anything about shenanigans. So, I mean, I kind of expected this to happen, but because remember what she read in Amity's diary. So it's not unknown that Luce likes to touch things that aren't hers, along with Gus. But anyway, Lucy's like, oh, wait up, Willow, and Basha and like Amity are walking by, and Amity is basically looking at the photo later. Oh no! And Basha's like, "Are you seeing like a ghost in film class? Are they cute?" It's like, "Yep, but they're all mine." And she slams the door in her face, and she's like, ask if they have any friends." So, Basha can be really sweet because she wants to date someone. I want her to be happy. Stop acting like a dummy, but and a bully. But and it's like, I have another complaint. It's my second complaint of the episode where they just leave the photos there, like unguarded, and the teacher said they can be damaged, that'll affect the real memory. So, well, why did you leave it out there? Why didn't you put a tarp over it? Why didn't you put it in a special closet? Like, why wasn't a teacher standing guard? Why did why was the door unlocked? I know Luce was the last one to open it, but it sounds like the teacher said, "Hey, Luce, you're in charge. Make sure to lock the door," and that'll be Luce's fault. No, teacher didn't tell Luce that. At least I don't think she did. So, I don't know. It's a 90, and Amy has the bright idea of burning the memories. Okay, I personally believe that it should have been like a magical scissors that they cut up the memories. So, I don't know. I would have preferred that. So, it's 85 right now. Basically, and the embers are still, and actually call back to Adventures in the Elements, actually, of Emily learning that purple fire. So, okay. She's using it for bad purposes, but whatever. And Emily burns it, and she's like, and and then the fire just burning all of the memories. And oh no, and she's blowing on it. It goes to the other memories, and she's like, "Oh, come on!" And then get to them. It's kind of like the beginning, or what would lead to like the B plot of the story. And Gus is trying to interview someone, and it has to be someone noteworthy, very accomplished, and recognized. I'm probably saying like the same word in different words, like the same term in different words. I don't know. That's what I remember. But anyway, and Lucy, calm down to drink some apple bud juice, like the kid version, and basically, Will's like, whew, it's hot in here because of the fire, and she's like she's pouring the water over her face, and she's cleaning her glasses and her pupils, and like her eyes become like the same color. And she's like, hi, remind me of your names. And Gus is like, this is not to be taken of a joke, Willow. Like, and the interview, and Willow's like, no, I'm not joking. Like, who are you? What are your names again? And Lucy's like Gus, this isn't amnesia. Willow's not messing around. It's like it's like her memories are gone, and Willow just goes in, and Gus is like, he's a showman. It's like stop the presses. What's going on over here? And Willow, Amity is like trying to blow out the fire, and just like, hi. And Lucy's like, you burned Willow's memories? And she's like, I saved as much as I could. And it just burned the rest. It's like, oh, why are photos so flammable? And, Willow is like, oh, have I always had this crazy thing? And she's like looking at her fingers. And she's like, blap, blap, like slapping herself. And, And then Luce has a bright idea to Luce, Amity, and Gus take Willow to Ida. Why didn't they take him to the infirmary? Why didn't they take him to Principal Bump? The healing track. What about like the teacher? Like, why do you have to go? I know Ida's powerful, but look, she wanted for like the I don't know how much that is, gazillion snails, but and Ida happens to know this, but why didn't this, and they had to skip classes too, because they were in lunch. So all the time that they're here, is it lunch? How long is lunch? Whatever. Anyway, so to skip class to go to Ida. So it's 80. Because why didn't you go to anyone else in the school? But whatever. And basically, in the Ida's like, you guys really did a bad thing. Like, the memories are really important. Like, Willow might not even be the same if we just leave Willow like this, she probably won't even be the same because it can change a person. So Willow could get like a new personality, and Willow's like, oh, like this is not how you say, and she's just being goofy, and and oh, Amity was actually, oh, this is the owl house, and Lucy's like yep, and Amity's like, oh, you sleep here? He's like, oh, when the night critters allow me to. Oh, jeez. But it's ended. He's like the one who did this, the one who's responsible, showed no regard for Willow's safety, and it's absolutely despicable, which is 100% true. And Amity feels like garbage, and he's like, oh, yeah, that was you. And then Willow's being goofy, peeling King like a fruit. He's like, oh, a furry fruit. And King's like, oh, what's happening? And he's like, you, nap time. And King is being a lazy bum. He is, oh, sleep spell. And he's like, I didn't cast it on you. And King's like, yeah, whatever. He was a sleepy boy. And Lucy's like, I gotta fix this. What do I do? Like, you had to help me. And Ida is basically like, he's like, well, I have an idea, but it's partially illegal and partially dangerous. So you're in the right place. I'll send you into your mind. Okay, and okay, you had to send two people max in there, and okay, sorry, interesting, accomplished, and noteworthy. And actually, the Bat Queen is on there. So, okay. And Principal Bump is on there. The buff guy, why is he on there? Wait, is that the wizard that? Well, the octopus guy that died, pretending to be the wizard. So wait, question. I actually have a question for everybody. If you guys will comment, I mean, I know I make it to where you can't comment when it turns to the weekend, but you have like a little bit of time to comment. I don't know, but question: that the wizard guy, the puppeteer that's pretending to be the wizard. So is there an actual wizard that looks like this, or not? Then why does Gus have a picture of him and there's a question mark next to him? Take him off. He's dead. I don't know. And there's also like tiny nose, like with the jacket, she's accomplished. But basically another complaint is where Lucy's like, oh, Gus is preoccupied. So, but Gus, I know this is schoolwork. I do schoolwork too. I know school is important. I'm gonna go to college soon. Well, I'm gonna start college in August, but it's gonna come up. Isn't your friend's brain more important? I don't know, but what is it now? 75, I believe. Yeah. I'm trying to. Wait a second. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is 75. We could go into Ida was 80. Sorry, but Gus is like not paying attention because like he's wondering, oh, should I go to like like forbidden sources like raising the dead and just hissing at him. And Lucy's like, oh, I guess it's preoccupied. It's like, Amity, you had to go with me. And Amity's like, Willow is probably doesn't want me in there. And she's like, you set everything in there on fire. You have to help. And he's like, okay, I'll do what I can. And he's like, oh, I have to hold my hand. You can do it. Okay. And he's like, okay, bold choice choosing the person who made the mess. Here's the bell. Like ring it when you're done. And oh, by the way, before you go, there's gonna be this inner Willow. She's the gatekeeper to Willow's memories. Okay, good luck. And she like whooshes them in there, and they're this right here in her mind, and they're here with the bell, and they're in Willow's memories, and it actually looks pretty nice. It looks like a forest, and and Lucy's like, oh wow, look, and he's like, oh, what's this? And she like blows off the soot off, and Lucy's like, oh, I'm gonna see what's in here, and he's like, oh, Lucy's like, oh, Emily, you gotta check this out, and he's like, oh wow, look at Willow's beautiful memories, and it's like, oh, it's Lake Lacuna, and Emily's like, oh, like the soot must be from the embers from the fires. And I was like, oh, like we this is where Willow and I would take swimming lessons, and the swimming teacher would always be on the prowl, but Willow would make us safe with an illusion spell. And I'm thinking to myself, illusion spell? That's interesting. Willow only seemed interested in plants, but an illusion spell? Remember the multi-track kids? So is Willow probably gonna go to plants and illusions? I wouldn't see a problem in that. And Willow, we wanted to play hooky, so Willow would protect us with an illusion spell. Oh, but something's missing though. Oh, and there's a A plus W. And it and it fixed the memories. And it's like, hey, take a look at this. And I'm only gonna play one clip. I don't want to make it too long.
The seagulls are back again. Don't worry, I'll get rid of
them. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too long, but you get to see younger Amity and Willow, and like I said, Willow does an illusion spell. It makes to get the seagulls off, but they just got in and said, oh, Willow, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was getting better, and this swimming teacher just wanted to get him out of there to bring him back to swimming. And Amity's like, Willow was a late bloomer, and Luce makes a pun like, no, now she's like a great bloomer. And it's like, this is like a movie theater showing her greatest moments. It's like, Len, we need to start with this, the one that started it all. And then she's about to go in, and Amity's like, oh no, and oh, you want to do greatest moments? This one might be about a crush. Look, it's the bad hair day one. Lucy's like, oh, okay, come on. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right here with bad hair day Willow, and then you see like a fire, like a foot, like it's like, oh, okay, well, what's that about? And then we get to the B plot where Gus is like, I don't know who to interview. Oh, who is better to interview by me is myself. And the illusion's like, remember the illusion has like some sort of sentience from something adventure someone framed because he doesn't pay attention. He's like, I would rather die than give away my secrets, and then die you shall. And then he's like, kid, like, enough of that nonsense. You had the best candidate for your interview right here. The noteworthy, I'm a rebel witch living in a secret hideout, and Hootie's like, I'm the secret. Like, go away, Hootie. And it's like, I'm wanted #1, and I'm the greatest witch who ever lived. And and God's like, okay, intriguing. And King's like, if you're giving glory, then I want it. And so, okay, I'll choose one of you two. And, Ida and King is just staring at each other, so it's going to be a competition. Okay, which Gus will care more about Willow, but okay, he's going to be the main character of the B plot. But, and then, Luce and Amity are doing like a montage of fixing the memories, fixing the swing of Willow and her parents. And, there's another memory of Amity and Willow reading the +13 romance novels, and the librarian's trying to get them out of there. And there was another one that was the roller coaster, and Willow was like, oh, I'm gonna be sick, and Basha was on the ride too. So, oh, okay, she looked so adorable. But and Luke's like, oh, we don't need to see how this one ends. Like, did she just turn the photo around? And and I was like, yeah, that she threw up a lot that day. But that's how you knew Willow was having fun. And Luke's like, ew, I mean, aw. He's like, and Amity's like, like has a sad face, and Luke's like, hey, are you okay? And Amity's like, yeah, I just can't believe I almost erased all of this. It's like, hey, like, don't worry, we're gonna fix this together. Like, I know this must be hard for you, but we're gonna fix this together. Come on, say it. He's like, okay, we can fix this together. And she blushed. So I'm kind of thinking the person that she was talking about, like, 2 episodes ago with the first day, probably Luce, because she's blushing in front of her. Okay. And then Luce's like, heck yeah, we can. Like come on. Let's what was the next one? Okay, I'm kind of forgetting but what came next. I forgot. They were talking about like the present thing again. But she's like wait, no. They weren't talking about that, but they were like saying, Lisa's like saying like, hey, I know this one must be hard for you, but whatever happened to you guys? And Am's like, I and then she sees like the full fire monster behind it. Is like, oh, well, what's that? And Luce looks behind her, nothing's there, and Luce gives Amity a look. It's like, hey, look, if you don't want to tell me, fine, but I will be, if you, and Amity said, no, I did see something, I thought I did, and and Luce is like, if you need me, I'll be this member of a ball pit. And as Luce just went in there, Amy's like, wait, Luce, no, come back, it's not a ball pit. And and Luce comes out, oh my gosh, eggs, what's going on? And in this memory, and Amy's like, yeah, that's kind of hard to explain. We don't get an explanation, but okay. Then we get back to the B plot, where Gus does, like, he's a showman, so he's famous for like interrogating people. He's like King's like, oh, Ida, you don't stand a chance. No one is gonna pass up a chance of interviewing someone this pretty. Okay, King, you're a handsome dude, demon, I guess. But and King's like, just give up, King. And then Gus does the interrogation, and then Gus asks King, when were you born? And he's like, where? And then yes, Ida, what did you have for breakfast this morning? He's like, what? And then he asks King, like, what's your most favorable trait? And King actually has an answer, like, my decisiveness. And he's like, no, I changed my mind. This is gonna be the most important interview for you of all time. Sorry. Of all time. And then if you want to impress me, you have to dazzle me and makes many different like light balls. Light balls. And he's like, the kid scares me. Okay, back to the A plot, where Lucy's taking off the eggshell off her head. I guess they fixed it. And it's like, we are getting pretty good at fixing these. And Lucy's like, yeah, and now we need to get to the one that started it all. The one you're suspiciously avoiding. And it's like, me? Avoid? No. But hey, let's skip it. Where's Edith's bell? And Lucy gets the bell away from her. It's like, Amy, you gotta stop being weird. We need to fix all of them. And Lucy's like, unless it's something you do not want me to see. And, Amy gets more sad. And, Lucy's like, I'm not trying to judge. I just want to help Willow. And I was going to take another point off for Lucy not taking things seriously and kind of, prying into Willow's life, which she does. But I'm not going to take a point off because Amy does call it out and Lucy does have some remorse on her face, which is good. And actually makes it kind of better that Lucy kind of understands what she did was wrong. That made me kind of, okay, it didn't irk me as much as what I thought it was going to be. And Amy puts her in place a little bit. It's like, help, all you're doing is trying to pry into your friends' lives. Did you ever think it was none of your business? And Lucy and Amy smell something. And Amy's like, did you smell something burning? And you see that the fire monster's going from painting to painting with Amy in it. Like, Amy, it's not just going after the paintings. It's going after the one with you in it. And the fire monster sees Amy. And they're like, oh, come on, we gotta get out of here. And then they go behind one portrait. And, forget this. We need to eat it now. And like ring the bell. And ring the bell. And it's probably my favorite part of the episode, or like top 2 favorite moments, where well, they're ringing the bell. Edith's doing her bell dance, and she's like, ding, 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 ding. You're not doing any magic, doing a bell dance, okay? And she's like, oh, how's that? Very impressive. I got levels, kids, levels, I say. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's like, why isn't Edith answering? And Lucy's like, yeah, she isn't reliable. Then why did you go to her? Whatever, Lucy's a dummy sometimes, but she's a lovable one. Anyway, oh, I got a plan. They go into a memory lacuna. She puts the ice pillar that the lava monster slips on it, and it goes into Lake Lacuna. It's a whoo, teamwork, baby. And then she hugs Amy, and Amy is blushing again. Okay, okay, fine. Then the lava monster, the fire monster, was the inner Willow, and Amy's like, "Are you the inner Willow?" And the inner Willow's eyes, they turn dark purple, and she's like, "I once represented all of Willow's emotions, but after Amy set her memories on fire, all I feel is hatred and anger," which actually is a cool concept to see. Great storytelling, but kind of bad for the character. I don't know. Oh, okay. And she actually looks pretty powerful, and Willow's actually pretty powerful when she gets really angry. So it kind of manifests into that. It's like this cool character design. I kind of like the purple, and he's like, "I'm just finishing what you started, Amy. You wanted this to happen to Willow." And like, and we are going to start this from the beginning, and puts Amy in there and say, you want to know what happened, right, Luce? So why don't you take a walk down memory lane? And she grabs Luce, and I think this is part of Luce's come up. This is where inner Willow throws Luce into the memory, and she slams into the wall. I think she needs a bonk to the noggin. It's like, Luce, don't pry into your friends' lives again. This is going to happen to you. And inner Willow throws her. Okay, good. I don't want her to die or anything. Just get bonked to the head, girl. But anyway, and like, you want to know what happened? This is what happened. And you see tiny Willow and tiny Amity, and Amy's like, you need to go, Willow, now. And Willow's like, look, why? And Amy's like, because. And Willow's like, is it because I can do magic? Amy, I'm sorry. And Amy, oh, that's such a cute nickname. And Amy, I'm sorry. And like, it's like, yes, that is why. You can't do magic correctly, so I don't want to be your friend anymore. So just go. And actually a pretty cool transition. The figures turn like into sand, and it goes into the regular faces. And then Willow's like, then you allow Basha and her gang to pick on her for years. But now I can finally erase all of that pain, because just like my saying, out of sight, out of mind, and I'm gonna destroy you first. So Inner Willow's gonna kill Amity. Don't be a murderer, but I understand why. And he said, don't kill me. If you're gonna kill me, at least let me explain first. There's something more. And I think this is probably like the worst part of the episode, where we finally get the reveal, but how we get the reveal, I was like, how are they gonna do this? Like, Emily knows something, and we get and this is what made it into like a 70, a 7 out of 10 throughout the entire episode, is because you see Amity with Mr. and Mrs. Blight, which their names are Alador and Odelia Blight, and he's like, well, why is Willow still here? She wasn't on the guest list, and Amity's like, well, because she's my best friend, and you see, and Willow's like it kind of has a surprised look on her face, and then Odelia's like, oh nonsense, only Blight's associated with the select few. You can choose one of our like proper friends, and it's Skara and Basha, and they look smug as ever. And the Amazons are like, but they're mean. Just because their parents work with you doesn't mean I have to be friends with you. And Odelia's like, oh, good children don't squabble, dear. And sever your ties with Willow, or we will. And I was like, and I was like, oh, are they gonna go dark and they're gonna kill her? But no, they're not gonna do that. It's like, sever your ties with Willow, or we'll make sure she never gets into Hexside. Now go enjoy the party and don't make a scene. And I was like, oh, that's such a... You should never do that to your child. So I understand why Amity did what she did. But the problem is that this was from Amity's perspective. And we are in Willow's mind with Willow's memories. So how did Amity get her memory into Willow's memories? And then you could probably defend it. Oh, maybe Willow kind of overheard the conversation and this is like a deep memory. Okay, but counterpoint. If Willow knew, then she would have known why Amity was doing what she was doing. So, that whole thing goes out of the water. So, this turned to a 7 out of 10 for me. But it's like, how did Amity's memory get into Willow's memory? They didn't explain that. But whatever. But, other than that of the whole concept, the overall thing is Amity's parents are the ones who told Amity to sever her ties with Willow. And Amity makes a good speech right here. Willow, you were never too weak to be my friend. I was too weak to be yours. I can't take back what I did, but I can do one good thing. And she takes a butterfly and she tries to rip it, but she doesn't, which is funny. It's like, I'm going to make sure that I will never let Basha and her gang pick on you ever again. She tries to break it. I'm not going to break it because it's a real butterfly, but you get the gesture, right? And, inner Willow, like, turns kind of, like, turquoise, not full green, but kind of turquoise. And it's like, I do. And Lucy's like, if you don't mind, can we fix like the memories like with your permission? Because Inner Willow is in charge, and Inner Willow nods, and they fix all the memories. Like, hooray! And you see like older Willow and little Inner Willow, and Amity waits, and Lucy has a ridiculous funny face, which she's crying because how happy she is. Is it all right? Come on, let's go. And they ring the bell, and Ida and King are finished with the contest, and Gus picks Hootie, and I was like, okay. I mean, Hootie's annoying. It's like, why didn't I think of it before? Why pick people in residence in the Owl House when I could just do the Owl House itself? And Hootie's like, hooray! And then, Ida's like, I'm gonna burn that bird to a crisp. Sorry. Excuse me. And then she hears about, oh right, I forgot to put people in there. And then she gets them out, and Lucy's like, what happened here? And where's Gus? What did you guys know? The kid's fine. Like we're I guess Ida and King like went to bed, I think. And and then Lucy's like, oh Willow, do you know me? Do you remember me? Is it, are you a funny scarecrow? No, I'm kidding. Like And Lucy said, oh, I'm going to hold you so tight you never forget me again. Okay, sweet. Amity's going to open the door, and, she's just waving goodbye because, she wants to leave. And then, Willow turns around, and then before Amity leaves, she's like, I know what you did too. Like, up there, I remember what you said. I can't say that we're friends, but it's a start. And Amity doesn't say anything, waves, and then Willow's like, "Hey, Luz, how did Amity see my photo, like my memory?" And he's like, "Oh, you said nothing but shenanigans." I just hope Willow and Luz had a conversation where don't do that again. If it was off screen, okay, fine. I just hope they did it. And And then, Hootie and goes a little, oh, I'm Hootie, and I made a song, like, Hootie, Hootie, Hootie. And, you see Amity with the butterfly discard, and she lets it go, like, she's not going to attend the party. And she has this reassuring smile on her face. Then you get back to Gus with Hootie, and he's like, oh, hoot, 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 hoot. And Gus is like, oh, I can't do this, so he's going to give up on the interview. Who's going to interview? Who cares? And, Hootie's like, bored. And end of the episode. Okay. 7 out of 10. Better than Really Small Problems. But, there was like a couple of things that they could have done better. But, again, 7 out of 10. It was a good episode. Finally got to know why Amity broke her friendship with Willow. The forest looked pretty nice. I like Edith's bell dance. Yep, it's a 7 out of 10. And guys, tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to be doing episodes 16 and 17, which are Enchanting Gromfright and Winglick Witches. So everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.